Alright, guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna do a pre recorded video. I kind of going through something right now and I don't want to go on live. But hey, this need to be said, I feel like. Earning is doing well. We're doing well on earnings. I know the price action doesn't make any sense. However, you could see some shenanigans happening over here, right? What is this? So let's do the 5 minutes here. Of course, everybody was watching it, and boom, right, come crashing down to somewhat what we were starting right here the same day. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see a dip to tomorrow, but those dip is going to be bought so quickly. Man, if they're still, you know how Ryan Cohen used to say on his tweet, what is it, dumb stormtrooper, right? They only know what to do. One thing that they know is to follow the order, and so it doesn't matter what logic dictates, they have to do this. This is how I feel. Okay, my opinion. But dumb stormtroopers. So these dumb stormtroopers could technically, if you want to do a cups and handle, right? So this is what I'm drawing right now. And right here, this could drop it to right there. Now, if it breaks down, so what? More shares for me at a cheaper price. I always, always welcome those price action, right? Now let's talk about the earnings real quick, because again, if you look at the social media or whoever wants to report on the earnings, they always say, there's nothing to look at here, some same stories and all that stuff. They miss revenue, nothing to look at, software is down, blah, 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 right? Again, they only focus on the negative things, which is fine. Look, if that's what they want to do, to educate the masses, and whoever wants to listen and not getting curious enough to even look into this company is going to miss out big time. We know that. For people who are kind of like at least curious to look into it, this is actually a good earnings, because now you have more earnings per share. Look at the surprise, 300%, to the tune of 300% on the upside in terms of earnings per share. As a shareholder, this is what you want to see. Okay. Yes, top line revenue could be addressed later on in the future of the company. But currently, what have you been seeing right now? In retail apocalypse, right? People are not spending. So the fact that, revenue is down, we're closing store, yes, European, whatever, in order to safeguard what we have in terms of the earnings per share. Remember when they told you, I think it was Lisa Link or something, it was like, well, you can't cut yourself to profitability. Well, we just did, right? Well, you need to wait one more quarter to see that. Let me just back that up, because people usually don't realize that, right? Because they're like, oh, you're lying because look. Let me go to operating costs over here. Now, we know that we've been profitable 2 quarters ago. Here. We're still profitable this quarter if you're doing a trailing 12. I know, look at this, number. People might be laughing at that, right? Scoffing at the fact that, oh, look, it's only less than $1 million. Big deal. Okay, well, I mean, hey, it's something. What is absolutely clear right now is that Gamestop will never file for bankruptcy. And whoever said that deserves a smack in the head, I feel, right? But anyway, now we know that if you were to add these quarters, okay, add these quarters up, we'll do the most for quarter 4. Last year, we were doing $100 million in the plus on the operational end. And so, see, every single year you could see that quarter 4 is the best one, right? Last year only $6 million, and people were laughing at us too, right? $6 million, big deal, right? But what they didn't see, or they seems to misinterpret, is the fact that Jimmy used to lose money. Quarter 4, make 18 million, ebbs and flow, right? Depends on the economy. But anyway, so this quarter, we are even doing much better. Okay. Now it seems like they were increasing the sell SG&A over this particular fiscal year of 2024. Perhaps again, PSA trying to revive, the new ideas, getting stores, open up a couple of new stores, maybe, right? Again, I'm just assuming because I didn't read the whole reports quite yet, because I'm kind of like lazy right now at the moment. Didn't feel like doing anything at the moment. But anyway, so let me do. What am I looking at? Oh, I was excited about this, about the earnings, actually. Very excited. I know you couldn't tell by my voice. It's just, something I'm going through personally. Okay, so what am I doing here? Okay, profit margin inching slowly, but surely. I mean, when you see a decrease like this, you don't want to see that. But again, if you were to do a trailing 12, you could see that it's trailing the other way. So last quarter we did was 31. So we are decreasing from last quarter. However, if you do a trailing 12, you probably see a better trend, right? So it's trending the other way, meaning that year on year, we are doing much better incrementally. I admit that, it's very slow moving company. I get that. It's not going to change the world in 1 minute. It's okay. But the fact that they are inching slowly, methodically, is a good thing, in my opinion, because they are here to do business, okay? They're here to create something that has never been created before. No, I don't know. I'm just kidding. Bye. No, but again, my point is it's retail. What do you expect? It's not going to be like $1 billion in quarters, right? We are coming to that. I'm not saying that we won't be able to make that. But I think, we do need a lot of strategy if we want to do that. But again, people forgetting that GME is a holding company, right? So they could technically use that balance, cash balance right here, cash flow, to do whatever the F they want to do. And that is what the financial freedom community would call an FU money, okay? Meaning that, they could do whatever they wanted to do with this amount of cash. And I'm sure we all know and observe that they are having, or I think it's balance sheets. Okay. I'm looking for interest. What was it? Goodness. I can't even breathe right now. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure you see it. 50 million. Okay, 50 million. So just the interest alone on whatever they're doing is working for them. Short-term investment seems to yield something there. What else? Inventory increase. Oh, they're ramping up for the Christmas, which we are about to get into in a few days. Oh my God, I can't believe we're Christmas time already. But anyway, so prepaid, all of that, we looked into that already. Short-term debt, long-term debt, nothing compared to what they're making. But again, like the fact that they're slowly paying off those long-term debt, even just like a couple of million, they they do that religiously, it seems, right? Ever since last quarter, last year, sorry. And so it's trending down. Trimming liability. So, okay, total liability went up a little bit this year, but I wonder what is the corporate, corporate? Am I corporate? I would say that. Okay, some expenses kind of occurred. Maybe it's just a one-time thing, perhaps. Yeah, we have to look into the whole report here. I'm sure Moran's gonna tear that apart. So I will wait until he, partial his wisdom upon us all. Okay. Return earnings, obviously, we're still battling that. But I think within this last, well, we'll see what we're going to be able to do this quarter. Next coming quarter. Fourth quarter of this year is going to be crazy, but I don't know what I'm saying right now. Book value, of course, and $11, so to speak, right? So $11 is nothing to scoff at. Of course, if they don't want the masses to know, more share for us at a lower price. Now, just the stat alone, look at this. Oh, this is amazing. Look at that. Look at this amount of net income positive already, to the tune of you think if institution own this and they're not shorting secretly, they're not pumping this up like crazy? Come on. Of course they would pump it up, but guess what? They are now just trying to short and distort as much as they can so that they could accumulate at a low price, so that they could cover at a low price. Don't be fooled that they're not covering like crazy right now. It's just that it takes them a long time, and they would do stuff like this after hours, to try their best desperately to cover whatever they have sold short to the market. And again, I have no proof that the short hasn't closed or cover or whatever yet. But as if for now, it seems like the short interest is very low, which is indicative of a good thing for company to come, because nobody is willing to short this thing because it would be stupid to do it, okay? I'm just saying. See, they don't even report the short interest right now. So yeah, something fishy is happening. I don't know. But yet, look at the analyst, like just one oddball over here. So let's see. How trustworthy are these people? Look at this. I am okay. So book value is $11. They still have it at 10. This is unacceptable, and still the same guy, the same narrative, the same stupid thing that they have to talk about GameStop. The best thing that they could say now is to ignore GameStop. Oh, nothing new here. That's it. They went from this company is going bankrupt, this company burning cash, this company is not going to make any profit. This company would never post anything remotely to a profitability. And then this company, oh look, you have a investor that is cultish. You're a part of the cult. Oh look, oh no, don't look into those people, those company. Look at that. Nothing, right? Again, the best thesis is always like that, where they have nothing. They have nothing on this company anymore, and leadership, right? Now, I would not bet against Ryan Cohen if I were you. I would not bet against Larry Chain. I would not bet against a leadership that is that has a pulse over what the people's want. Okay, the type of the company that is run, the type of the company that people want to be run. This is how it's going to be run. You know, and again, it's commentative to the greed of corporate America, right? On the uh, shareholders' point of view. It's tough for me to come up with anything right now, but I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna do any edit. No edit, no cut. just forget what I said 2 minutes ago, okay? All right. What am I gonna do here? Of course, I have one video that I want to kind of show a little bit, but it has to do with AMC, obviously, because unfortunately, people are still comparing GME to AMC, right? And now we've got some confirmation that, especially was said on the earnings report. I saw a snippet of it that there will not be any more dilution at the moment. So we're just assuming it's going to be for 3 months, right? Because the next earning is going to be not until 3 more months. So we're assuming that it's going to be no dilution. There's no anticipation for that, right? So again, that's very bullish. On top of that, we are also getting a lot of enthusiastic that perhaps Rowan Kitty's gonna come on the stream again, maybe, or even tweet again, maybe, because they just tweeted it over here, over here before earnings. Again, I'm expecting a downturn tomorrow. Just again, that's the only one trick pony that they are. One trick that they know how to do, right? Is to scare the masses, to scare the unexpected, so that they would sell. Again, all of this is the illusion, just to give you the illusion that this company is not doing well. Because look, the price went down, right? Okay, price went down. Earnings is good. Look at it, green. Green. To the tune of 300%. Okay? All right, so that's good. But anyway, so I'm sure you've heard about the crypto crash, and now it's coming right back. So I bought this dip pretty heavily. I know, I sold my XRP for a little bit of profit to go into GME, and then now I'm coming back right here. So yeah, I didn't sell GME at the moment. I sold some covered call. So I think 45. That's my price target, but I'm hoping 45 is not. Yes, but anyway, so I did have some dry powder too. So from kind of like early on, I think I took some profit from XLM as well. So I was gonna go into GME, but I couldn't buy it on time at this time right here when Kitty tweet. So I was like, okay, I'll just go into crypto. But thankfully, I was able to get it at the dip, and was kind of happy for that. I'm sure, again, this narrative is going to play out to where when crypto dips, usually that's when GME would rip as well. But I feel like with XRP, the sentiment is bullish. And so I'm expecting, $4 and $5 in the near future, because I think they just got their stable coin launched. So that's a pretty good development there. I'm sure it's going to hype up the market pretty well. Now, as far as GME, now that we know the earnings, they're going to try to crush the IWE for a little while. at least for the first 2 months of this stock being traded, I'm sure they're going to try to bore people to death. So that's also another opportunity for me to accumulate as well here. So I'm thinking again with that flag right there, hopefully it's going to create the bull flag effect here at the moment. Okay, let me see here. You could see there, if it bounces off of here and go forward to the top, of course, the after hours was kind of wonky. We don't want to count that. If this continue, then we want to see the breakout for tomorrow. Then we're gonna be looking at $41. So this is why I only did $45 for this week. I mean, worst case scenario, I get to sell some of my share. Not all of it, obviously. I'm just only doing enough so that I could get quickly into XLM and XRP a little bit here. Just an additional boost of some sort. So I apologize. But hey, as far as my moon back, it's still intact. I'm still holding everything I have there. That portion will be there until the S&P 500, until you've heard all that. You don't need to hear it anymore. Okay, so let me. This gentleman here has been kind of new to YouTube. I'm sure he was on Reddit and he explained it that his account got blocked. So it's just indicative of what is happening to Reddit. It's been infiltrated for quite some time, and I think people are not aware of it. So you have to really educate yourself when you get into this GME, thinking that it's just simple play. And here you go. You're fighting people who have enormous amount of money, okay, and they don't want to lose. And so it's gonna take some time. It's not gonna take just a couple years and then you're gonna be a billionaire. No, this is a long drawn out fight. But as long as you know what you're doing, you could trade, you could do whatever you want to do, right? But as far as this due diligence around the company and what happened to it years ago, it's still in play, in my opinion, right? The DRS shares there. If you want to do your own math, do it. If you're intelligent enough to do that, great. But let me play this one. Now he is about to explain to you the difference between GME dilution versus AMC dilution. Okay.
But regardless of how this is happening, Ryan Cohen and the company have successfully been able to issue new shares, but in so doing, raise an amount of money that increases the valuation of the company at a rate that is disproportionate to the depreciation of the shares on the other side of that, right? So a lot of people say, oh my gosh, dilution, like he's diluting the company. Like you just saw today, right? We just got an announcement today that Adam Aron is diluting AMC again. Okay, what makes GME's dilutions different than AMC's dilutions? Okay, AMC is not a profitable company. Adam Aron has been going through these extensive dilutions in order to raise money to keep operations going, right? AMC currently has a burn rate that exceeds the actual revenues and incomes of the company. So the only way that AMC is staying afloat is by exploiting this meme stock sentiment, as it's called, by exploiting the fact that AMC happened to be a similar company that was heavily shorted, that was in maybe one of these basket swaps with GME. That got sort of tied in, that had a real huge short squeeze back in 2021. And it's sort of been riding that legacy since then, and its connection to GameStop basically through these basket swaps. Okay, but GME is not like, right? GameStop is not like AMC. GameStop does not have a burn rate. GameStop is a profitable company. GameStop, okay, it's just getting out of the gates. In terms of its transformation, what's currently driving the company into profitable quarter after profitable quarter is that its interest from investments, largely through treasuries, treasury bonds through uninvested cash, or I should say, cash that's not used for operations, generates enough of a profit to offset operating cost expenses. So Ryan Cohen's been able to do these offerings to raise cash. It increases the profitability of the company through investment income. It creates a larger and larger supply of cash for the company to potentially go through a merger and acquisition, several mergers and acquisitions. It's certainly not at any risk of bankruptcy. So this is very different. The other thing that we've seen with
so I hope you he explained it pretty well. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. So I'm not going to even add anything to that. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. I am looking at a lot of tweets. Okay. Now, this is throughout the trading here. Oh, are we already? Okay. On 29 Robinhood, they have this 24 hours thing. Right? We all know that. Okay. So I mean, this is going through the balance sheets and all that stuff. Not much. Of course, there's gonna be a sequel, maybe, to the movie Dumb Money. Let me see. So yeah. Again, this is a very good win for us as the investor and the believer, people who believe in Ryan Cohen. And I don't understand why people would want to bet against Ryan Cohen. He said it himself in the interview back a couple of years ago before he became a CEO. It was like, if I've ever become a CEO, I will work myself to death. Okay. Because he's a workaholic. He wants results and he can't stop himself. So until he get the result, which is the result that he been and try to achieve, is profitability. To the point where we could be, have enough money to survive in the environment in which we are about to get into. And I'm sure, he's not going to do something stupid with the cash on hand because, again, he's a very conservative person in terms of, knowing what the style of his leadership hasn't been burning unnecessary cash in order to do something stupid. Okay. And again, this is why I trust my money with Ryan Cohen, with GME as a company. And again, people overlook this so much because the media has been telling them to believe that. It's almost like they're planting that seed, saying that Ryan Cohen doesn't do this, doesn't do that, even though he's been doing the right thing so many years already. And I hate the fact that people said, he doesn't give you a plan. He already gave you a plan 4 years ago when he wrote the letter to the board of directors. Go read it. That's his plan. Has it come to fruition? Yes, some of it has come to fruition. Is it going to be, he's trying to create the first destination or something like that? The most popular? I forgot the wording. But go read that letter, a public letter to the board of director before he joined the chairman. Okay. So I'll join the board as a chairman later on because, again, he had a plan already, but they just don't want to kind of take effect until he become a chairman of Gamestop. And yeah, the rest is history, but people are still pretending that they don't know what he's trying to do. It's like, what the heck? And again, it's like every quarter earnings report, right? Oh, what is he gonna do with that cash? This is not enough just to have this. What is it? The company that doesn't burn cash. It's not enough. But okay, well, just sit on your horses and wait. How about that? But anyway, it's just frustrating me to hell, to no end, that people does that. But again, this is the ebbs and flow of the markets, right? This is what make markets, is people having differ of opinion, and they will show it based on the price action. You would see it, right? Again, minus the manipulation and all that stuff. I'm sure if the market is fair, you wouldn't see all this shenanigans that's happening with this stock. And again, this is where I feel like the opportunity lies, is when people are not looking into it. They will become so surprised when GME posts $100 million or any kind of like win, in a sense. And so the reaction is going to be, immensely. Again, I don't know. I just feel like, price action can entice people to buy at a high and then sell at a low. Because again, if you want to win in the market, just do the opposite. When people are fearful, you want to be greedy. It's the simplest way to do, to think about, but most people don't want to do that. And most people still, for me as well, I'm not immune to that. That's why I have been trying to, kind of train myself to buy in the red. Anytime there's a red candle and all that stuff, even better if I see a 7% down with no apparent reason. Like here, right here. Hold on, let me see. From here to here, 8% down for no apparent reason. I bought it. How about from here to here? Sorry, this is long. Long, sorry. I can't even think right now. But anyway, so let me end this video here because it's becoming too long. Okay, I will come back when I come back. Okay, bye.